You have reached Red Steele's Historical Review. I'm your man, Red Steele, and today I'll be reviewing from Transformers Legacy United animated Bumblebee. Transformers Legacy United Animated Universe Bumblebee. Before I get to the actual review, I just want to go over some of the awesome details on this packaging. Up front here, the display one will show you both the figure and all the accessories inside. In the corner here, you have the 8+, which is the age requirement for this figure. In the other corner here, you have the Takara Tommy Transformers Generation logo. Alongside here is Transformers in the middle of this beautiful illustration of Bumblebee in his minicar mode. Then over here, you have the Autobot symbol along with Animated Universe Bumblebee. Then down here, you have the Transformers Legacy United logo. And down here, you have the Hasbro emblem. Over here, it says it is a deluxe class figure. Then on top of the packaging here, again, you have the Transformers Legacy United logo. Then on the side of the packaging here, you have a profile illustration and full body illustration of Bumblebee in his robot mode. The other side of the packaging here, you have this beautiful montage of all the figures in Transformers Legacy United, starting with Wingblade, Tidal Wave, Megatron. Over here you have Magmatron. Then on the side here you have Chase. Below him you have Bumblebee. In the center you have animated Optimus Prime. Then down here you have a little emblem that symbolizes the 40 years of Transformers. Then on the back of the packaging here you have all the biggest features, such as Bumblebee in his robot mode and Bumblebee in his minicar mode. Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Animated Bumblebee. Bumblebee was released on December 16, 2023 with the suggested retail price of $24.99 and is available at all major retailers. Bumblebee was released along with the other Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Wave 1 figures, Chase, Magnius, and Wingblade. Bumblebee is a Transformer animated inspired figure that converts to his minicar mode in 22 steps. His accessories include 2 stingers, 2 turbo boosters, and instructions. Bumblebee stands 5.5 inches tall and he is meant for fans ages 8 and up. Next, I'm going to go ahead and convert Bumblebee from his robot mode all the way to his minicar mode. But the first thing you always want to do before you transform any of your Transformers, you want to remove all their weapons and accessories. I'm going to take his blasters, I'm going to put them off to the side. But his first step of the transformation, then once you take his forearms right here, then on a swivel joint, then once you go ahead and turn him in just like that, go ahead and do that to the side, turn that forearm in just like that. On step number 2, you want this chest panel right here, you want to untab it and bring it up just like this. In step number 3, you would take this chest panel now and bring it all the way up just like that. Step number 4. Get these panels in front of his legs right here. Get hinged it right on the outside right there and right there. You just want to flip these panels open just like that. Do that to the other side. Flip that panel open just like that. Step number 5. You want to flip Bumblebee over and you get these little heel pieces right here. You want to flip these heel pieces right into the foot just like that. Do that to the other side. Flip that piece right in the foot just like that. Step number 6. Get these feet right here. I want to flip these feet right into the leg just like this. You want to do it to the side, flip that foot in just like that. Step number 7. Get these panels on the side right here, and now on a swivel joint. What they want you to do is go ahead and rotate this panel all the way around, just like this. Go and do it to the other side. You get this panel right here. You want to go and rotate it around, just like this. Step number 8, you want to flip Bumblebee all the way over. Get these little black pieces right here and right here, and they're kind of on a hinge joint. Then once you go ahead and flip them in just like that, flip it in just like that. Because in step number 9, get these panels on the outside right there and right there. And they're on a hinge joint. You want to go ahead and close that up just like that. And go ahead to the other side, close that up just like that. This is step number 10. Get these two pieces right here and right here. In the middle, you have some tabs, you have some portholes. And we'll just go ahead and push those two pieces together, just like that. Step number 11. We're going to take Bumblebee now. Get this whole bottom piece right here at the waist right here. We're going to rotate this piece all the way around, just like that. Step 12. You want to go and flip Bumblebee all the way over. Get this hinge joint right there. You want to bend it so he goes all the way around, just like that. Step number 13. On the bottom of Bumblebee's windshield, you see a couple tabs right there, right there. On his hood right here, you see a little porthole right there and right there. I'm going to take this windshield and tab it right into the hood just like that. Step number 14. I'm going to turn Bumblebee all the way around. Get these arm pieces right here and right here. There's a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to swing these arm pieces out just like that. Do that to the other side, swing the arm piece out just like that. And this was left out of the instructions, but I'm going to go ahead and get it caught up because at no point in time did it show you to do this. But somehow the instructions already have the arms all the way down just like this. So I'm going to go bring the arms down just like that. Step number 15. Now there's another hinge joint right in here. I don't know if you guys can see it right there and right there. Then we're just going to swing that arm piece so that hinge joint brings it all the way back just like that. Do that to the other side. With that hinge joint, just bring it all the way back just like that. Step number 16. I want to flip Bumblebee over. Get these panels right here and right here. There's a hinge joint right there and right there. What they want you to go and do is they want you to flip these panels open just like that. Do that to the other side. Flip this panel open just like that. Because in step number 17, you have his fist right there and right there. Then once you go ahead and flip that fist in just like that. Do that to the other side. Flip that fist in just like that. Step number 18. Get these arm pieces right here. You want to bring them up and swing them in just like that. Do that to the other side. This arm piece, you want to take the whole assembly, swing it in just like this. But step number 19, you want to snap everything into place just like that. Step number 20. I want to go turn Bumblebee all the way around. Get this assembly on the top of his car right there. There's a hinge joint right there. Let's go and bring it down. Because in step number 21, get this hinge joint right here. You want to flip this piece up just like that. Because in the 22nd and final step, you want this whole piece now. You want to bring it all the way down. You got a couple tabs right there and right there. You got a porthole right in here and right in here. You want to go ahead and snap that all into place so it all fits into place just like that. And now you have Bumblebee in his full mini car mode. I have Bumblebee in his mini car mode, and on my display table, so I'm going to go over some of his play features and accessories first by talking about his turbo booster. You get two of these turbo boosters, and the cool thing is they're molded out of like a translucent gray plastic. Very cool looking. In order to arm these turbo boosters on Bumblebee while he's in his vehicle mode, on these boosters you have a 5mm peg. Each side of this car towards the back hood, you have a porthole right there and right there. All you have to do is plug these boosters right in those portholes. I'm going to do it to the other side, put this booster right in that porthole. And now you have Bumblebee armed with his turbo boosters while he's in his vehicle mode. And that is something that did occur during an animated series where Bumblebee would pop out these little boosters to increase his speed. Really, really cool. But the next accessory I'm going to bring out are his stingers. And you're wondering how are you going to arm Bumblebee with these stingers while he's in his vehicle mode. And these stingers are pretty cool because they're molded out of blue translucent plastic. You get that silver paint detail over top. But in order to arm him with these stingers, you need to take these boosters out. And back of these boosters, you got a little porthole right there. Each one of the stingers has a peg right in the back, just like that. You just plug that stinger right in that booster, and now you have sort of a stinger booster. Pretty cool. We'll go to the other one, take the stinger, plug it right into the booster, form that stinger booster. In order to arm these boosters onto Bumblebee, get that peg again. This time, towards the front of the door, you have a porthole. You want to plug it in so that the stinger faces forward, just like that. Do it to the other side. Take that stinger booster, plug it right into that porthole, just like that. And now you have Bumblebee armed with his stinger boosters. Pretty cool play feature. I'm not sure if something that occurred during the animated series. I do remember the boosters popping out of Bumblebee during the animated series, which is a pretty cool feature. Don't remember him utilizing the stingers while he's in his vehicle mode, but I know the original stingers in the original toy was part of the actual figure that flipped out of the fist. I'm going to go ahead and take these out, because I'm not a big fan of storing my weapons or having my vehicles armed while the Transformers are in their alt modes. I'm going to go over some of his actual details. The wheels do roll, which is very unusual for a Studio Series or Legacy or for Cybertron figure. But you don't really want to risk rolling this figure on any abrasive surfaces, because there are some pieces that hang really low. As you can see at the frame right here, but this arm piece kind of hangs pretty low. So if you roll on any abrasive surfaces, you do risk causing some mold damage, which I don't recommend. The siren here is actually molded out of red translucent plastic. Even the windshield is molded out of translucent plastic too. The bad thing with the windshield is they painted over the windshield, and you kind of see it bleed, where the translucent part of the plastic does bleed through the plastic, so the yellow plastic does not match with this painted decal right there. You kind of see how it kind of a little off, but that's expected. I would have preferred if they just molded everything out of yellow plastic and just painted over the windshield. That would have been a much better option. The Autobot symbol right here is another paint deco detail. I mean, the black paint deco is really nice, but sometimes the yellow will bleed through the paint, and you don't have that issue with this figure. Very nicely done. And I do have my original animated Bumblebee on hand to a side-by-side comparison. And this is one of those rare instances where I prefer the original version. I mean, the animated series Bumblebee is much better and still my definitive version of this Bumblebee. Don't get me wrong, this Bumblebee is pretty cool. And I know he's scaled to fit the War for Cybertron Studio Series Legacy scale of figures, but I did not see anything wrong with the animated series. They did a great job. I mean, it's a very stylized cartoon series, and they were very faithful to it when they put it over to the toy versions. I mean, they did highly base the toy design off the animated off from the animated series. They did a great job with that. So I didn't really think there was a need for them to port over any of these figures to a modern line now, because I mean, these figures are not even more than 20 years old yet. I mean, the anime series came out like I think around 2012, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 2011, 2012. So I mean, the series wasn't out that long ago, but to have a updated version of that figure wasn't necessary. They could have dedicated that to a different toy line. But like I said, I do feel that the animated series original Bumblebee is way more superior to the Legacy version. I mean, even the back here, you see they even got the headlight details, you have the windshield detail in the back, you have the Autobot symbol. They neglected all that, man. Even on the side here, you see this Bumblebee has a windshield right here. They didn't even give it any paint deco right there. So it's just poorly done figure, and I wouldn't recommend this figure if you already own the original animated Bumblebee, and I'm sure he's very easy to get your hands on anyways on the second-hand market. I mean, they produced a lot of these figures, and I mean, they were all over the place. There was a lot of these Bumblebees. I still see a lot in like second-hand stores, and I do see a lot at flea markets. But I'm going to go and rotate these around so you can see all the similarities and differences on your own. I would not recommend this version of Bumblebee if you already own the animated series, but if you don't have it, go ahead. I mean, so it's a deluxe figure. It's not that expensive, but I mean, the scale to me is pretty small. And like I said, I don't really feel that this figure needed to be updated. Now that Bumblebee in his robot mode is on my display table, I once again want to go over some of his play features and accessories, first by talking about his stingers. And there's a way to arm Bumblebee with these stingers while he's in his robot mode, and it takes quite a bit of a process, a few steps. Step number 1, you take his arms and you bring them all the way up just like that, and just like that. Because in step number 2, you have these forearm covers on his forearms right there and right there. On the bottom they have a couple of hinge joints. You just want to go ahead and open them up just like that and just like that. Because in step number 3, they want you to take these fists now. They want you to go ahead and swing it over into the forearm just like that. Do that to the other side. Get that fist, swing it right into the forearm just like that. Because in step number 4, they want you to go ahead and close these forearm panels up just like that and just like that. Because in step number 5, they want you to take these forearms and rotate them around just like that. You want to hold the shoulder down too and take the forearm, rotate up just like that. Because in step number 6, they want you to go ahead and bend it at the elbow so these two black pieces kind of meet in the middle, and it reveals 2 portholes right there. Because in step number 7, want to grab both your stingers right here. One half of the stingers has a porthole and the other half has a peg. Want to kind of merge them together into one stinger, just like that. Back of that stinger you have two pegs, right there and right there. You want to plug them right into those fist holes now that you just revealed. Just like this, and just like this. And now you have Bumblebee armed with the Stinger Blaster. And that was his trademark weapon in the anime series where he powered up and that was his ultimate weapon. Pretty cool. With the original toy though, the stingers were already in the forearm, so it was on a hinge joint, so they swung around and you just brought the arms together. But they wanted to mold this out of a separate piece. So I'm going to pull these out. And I'm going to go ahead and convert him back to his complete robot form where his arms are transformed with the fist sticking out. I'm going to do it to the other side, open up that panel, that fist. And I mean the instructions kind of make it more complicated than it actually is. It just pretty much you're just flipping the arms around and you're just flipping the fist into the forearms and bringing the arms together. But according to the instructions, there's another way to arm Bumblebee with the Stinger Blaster. But you do that by bringing in, let me go and pull these apart, the turbo boosters. Back in one of these turbo boosters, you have the portholes like I mentioned earlier on. You got a peg in the back of the Stinger. Plug that right in. But this time, instead of plugging it in the side of the porthole, each one of his fists is a 5mm porthole. I plug these blasters right into his fist just like that. Now I'm going to the other side, take this Stinger, put it right into that booster, then put it right into his hand just like that. And now you have Bumblebee completely armed with both his Stinger, booster, blaster, whatever you want to call them. Pretty cool feature. I mean, this Bumblebee in robot mode is not too shabby, it's not too bad. I mean, it's very proportioned and it's very nice looking, and I can't really defer which Bumblebee I prefer as my definitive Bumblebee in the robot mode when it comes to comparison with the original animated, because like I mentioned earlier on, it's very stylized. And I just want to make a correction. Let me go ahead and adjust my camera. I mentioned earlier on that the anime series came out in 2011, 2012. No, it came out much earlier than that. It came out around 2007. So it's pretty much up there in age, but I still feel that there wasn't a need to update the figures. I mean, the original figures were nicely done, and the anime series was very stylized. And like I mentioned earlier on with this figure, the Stinger blasters were already in the fist. You just slip the fist in just like that. And the transformation is much simpler with the anime series. There's only a few steps. Now you do just pegging the Stinger blaster, and now you have the Stinger blaster armed. Very simple, as opposed to the 8 or 9 steps it just took me to convert that over. You just flip his fist back out again, just like that. I really did enjoy the anime series. I mean, the figures were a breath of fresh air. I mean, they're very stylized. They had that Titans, the Teen Titans look to it, that very animated, stylized style. Very nice. I thought it was a nice breath of fresh air, and it was they paid a lot of homage to Generation 1 too, and as you know, I'm a big Generation 1 fan. With this figure, they tried making it more proportioned. They kind of want to update its look to match more the one line with the War for Cybertron, Studio Series, and Legacy figures, which I don't really feel this figure needed that. Like they could actually stay away from bringing any of the animated figures into the Legacy series, because I mean they're just great figures. I mean, there's so many of them. I know I have Optimus Prime that's going to be down the pipeline pretty soon, so I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison with my my animated Optimus Prime along with the Legacy Optimus Prime, which from what I've seen so far, the Legacy version of animated Optimus Prime is not that bad. I'm going to put him off to the side. Because this figure's, it's got its pluses. I don't know if I would consider this my definitive animated Bumblebee. I mean, in robot mode, he is nice. He's better than he is in the vehicle mode. Vehicle mode took a lot of sacrifices to kind of make him stay very faithful to the animated model from the animated series. But I do feel that the original version has more of a perfect balance, so that's more my definitive animated Bumblebee. But I mean, there's a lot of articulation. I mean, the mold detail is pretty nice. I mean, even the weapons, the paint detail. He's even got that little smirk on his face. I mean, that shows that, you know, the characteristic of Bumblebee. I mean, the original toy also had that little smirk. You know, and he kind of had that little attitude in the animated series, which is pretty cool too. But I mean, if you do not own an animated version of Bumblebee from the original series, I would say go ahead and pick this figure up. He's very small. I mean, he does not to me, I don't feel like he commands a deluxe price though. I mean, he should be at a lower price point, even a core class. I would consider more of a core class. You know, it's hard to say. He's kind of in between a core class and a deluxe class. He's just, to me, I don't feel like he's a proper deluxe figure. I'm gonna go rotate him around so you guys see what he looks like from all angles. But if you guys found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. And while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Steele's Awesome Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.